The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is involved in the provision of foreign assistance. Actions initiated and supervised by the Minister of Foreign Affairs within the framework of the development assistance are financed from a state budget reserve fund for special purposes. In the year 2007, the budget funds managed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs amounted the sum of 90 million Polish zloty, and in 2008, 110 million Polish zloty have been earmarked for this purpose. The total amount of the official development assistance provided by Poland in 2007 exceeded 1 billion Polish zloty. Every year, this assistance is granted to several dozen countries. Among 8 priority countries benefiting from the Polish Foreign Assistance Program, there are, for example, Georgia, Moldova, Ukraine and Belarus. The present situation in this field was discussed during the conference Polish Assistance for Georgia. Its participants discussed possibilities of cooperation within the framework of specific joint initiatives carried out by Polish and Georgian institutions. The representatives of the Embassy of the Republic of Georgia, Ministry of Regional Development of Georgia, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland and the Foundation for Economic Education discussed the support for social, economic and political development in Georgia on different levels through the implementation of cooperation programs, as well as programs run on the governmental, non-governmental and business level. I think that the entire political context on the basis of which Polish assistance for Georgia is granted is clear for you. Still, there is a need to define during today's meeting if the development cooperation or development assistance constitutes a specific field of Polish or the European Union's foreign policy. Certainly, it is an area of foreign policy, and from this point of view, Georgia and the Polish assistance for this country should be interpreted. Even though Georgia is not a big country, it is diversified in terms of its regions, geography, ethnical composition and economy. It is true that there is an urgent need to establish a kind of regional policy, regional development, system approach or a strategy, especially if we stop speaking about Georgia in terms of a crisis and start speaking about its development. 90 people attended the meeting, including the representatives of Polish firms, NGOs, government agencies as well as self-government interested in the implementation of common projects and activities. How to harmonize regional development with needs of environmental protection. There is not a separate working group. As far as I remember, this issue will be considered by 3 different working groups. I cannot say that it has been already discussed because it's just the beginning. I'm sure that this subject will be a matter of concern in such working groups as the group of rural areas and infrastructure, also the group of the management of the region. I would like, answering the second question, to say that this task force is being established now, and if there are any organizations, institutions, and I have a feeling that this is the case, which would like to participate in these works, you are welcome. But you need to be out there in Georgia. I mean, it's difficult to cooperate being here, not there, because these working groups will meet once a week or every second week. Specific activities and workshops are carried out there, not here. We invite all institutions and organizations which would like to contribute to and participate in such undertakings to join working groups. What will happen? What should happen? What is being done by the Department of Development Cooperation in order to prepare ourselves for the quality change, that is, for the implementation of projects which will not ridicule the development assistance, that is, projects which will not last only from May to December. We have proposed such initiative within the Zagranica group. We would like one group to leave for Georgia already this year. We hope that this project will be successful. Unofficial talks were also very lively. We have organized today a conference in order to show and present that a couple of months after the Russian aggression on Georgia, the Polish government, through the Foreign Assistance Program, allocates for the coming years specific funds in amount of almost 5 million euros. That is why we would like to invite stakeholders who are always and are still interested in Georgia to submit their projects next year. Now we would like to talk about such projects and the procedures of their implementation. It is the first meeting devoted to this issue. According to a representative of the Georgian Ministry of Regional Development, such assistance is much needed.
I think that areas of cooperation is regional development, many like infrastructure development, roads, water supply systems, rehabilitation of cities. Also, Poland can help us in terms of human capital development because it has very extensive experience in project management, relations with the European Union, and so on. So these are regional developments is a field where Georgia and Poland can cooperate quite extensively. And Georgia can use Polish experience, and Poland can contribute to the successful transformation of Georgia.
As Mr. Witold Sartorius said in his speech, nowadays Georgia is facing many problems, among other things, lack of qualified human resources on local level, what hampers any development activities. There is a wide array of projects that may be implemented within the framework of the Polish and European assistance for Georgia, not to mention projects on the humanitarian aid, ecological issues, projects run by organizations active in the field of cooperation between self-governments, professional organizations, Polish higher education institutions, which want to offer the postgraduate studies. Practically, there are no limits. Poland is the most visible state in Georgia in terms of the number of operating organizations and tourists. These Polish-Georgian relations are being cemented very consistently. Projects which are being implemented now are very different. For example, information and study visits, mobility of self-government officials. The representatives of self-governments from Georgia were visiting Poland and vice versa. There were many projects on soft skills in format of trainings and traineeships in different ministries. It is very important on this stage because the Georgians have to learn about the reality of administration and the EU member state. Poland is particularly interesting for them due to its recent transformation. There are more and more beautifully reconstructed buildings in Syrnaki. In May 2008, thanks to the initiative of the government of Georgia and the European Commission, as well as with the support of the Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the government of Federal Republic of Germany, a decision was taken concerning the establishment of a task force for the regional development of Georgia. Its main aim will be to draw up the regional development strategy supporting the development of present infrastructure, tourism, agriculture, as well as small and medium enterprises. I think that there is a big chance, including the involvement of the whole European community and many civic, non-governmental and political movements in Poland. The actions undertaken for Georgia have been concentrated. Georgia became a very important, maybe not central, but really essential point of the European policy, and it is very valuable. I think that Poland has a chance to strengthen its position in Europe by supporting Georgia and other territories. At the same time, I think that it's a good opportunity to boost civic participation in Poland, and it is even more important than the political context of this issue. Now, Georgia needs assistance from Poland. During this conference, we have identified which areas are the most important for Georgia. It is essential that Poland will try to meet this particular needs. What is the picture of Poland in Georgia? Very positive, very good. After the Russian aggression, Poland supported Georgia enormously. The Georgians appreciate the support provided by the Polish state and nation very much.